dear kids, happy morning. Once again I welcome you all in yet another class, and this is our environmental studies. And in environmental studies we are learning food pyramid. We are learning about the food pyramid, the different groups. Okay, so before we getting into the class, let's do the quick recap of all the groups we had learned so far. So we have started the food pyramid groups with the grain group, which has a maximum space in the food pyramid. Do you know why? It means that we have to take the maximum servings of food from the grain group, such as chapatis, rice, ragi food items, food from millet, jowar, everything. They all come under the grain groups. We have to take the maximum servings in a day from the grain group. Okay, because it gives us energy to do the work. Next, followed by the vegetable group. Vegetable groups, we have to eat all kinds of vegetables because vegetable gives us vitamins and it is good for our skin, our eyes and our hairs. Okay, and next, fruit group. We have to eat the fruits every day because fruits contains vitamins and minerals that helps us to stay safe and healthy, and it helps to fight the diseases. Okay, next is the milk group. Milk and its products must be taken every day as they are rich in calcium. Do you know what is the importance of calcium? It is the calcium that keeps our teeth and bones very strong. Okay. Next comes the meat group. Meat group consists of fish, eggs, beans, lentils, pulses and meat. Okay. So taking a food item from the meat group every day is also important as they are rich in protein, iron and minerals and other vitamins. Okay, and they makes our muscles very strong. That helps us to lift up the heavy objects and jump and run and do all the naughty things. Okay kids, today we are going to learn about another group. But before that I want to show you something. Here, what do I have in my hand? A bottle with water. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some food color with the water. Okay, so here it goes, and I'm closing it back. I'm going to shake it well. Now what do you see? The food color is quickly absorbed in the water. Next, what I'm going to do is I am going to add some oil to it. Okay, I have added some oil to it. Can you see the oil that is floating on the top, the first layer? This is oil. It is floating. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake it well. Now let's see what happens. Wait for 2 minutes and let's see what happens to the mixture of the oil. Can you see the oil again? Can you see the oil? Again, the oil starts to float on the water. Can you see the layer of the oil, children? The oil isn't absorbed by the water, it's still floating. But the food color is absorbed, it isn't absorbed, it's still floating. Now, it is what happens when we eat food, oily food or the sugary food. And the food items that comes to the very small part of the food pyramid is oil sugar group. Now repeat after me, oil sugar group. Okay, eating too much oil or the sugary food makes the oil float in our body as the oil floats in this water. In the same way, if we take too much oily food or too much sugary food or junk food, it does not absorb in the body. Do you know what are the food items that comes in that group? I'll show you. Eating too much of this food. First one is your favorite, I know, chocolate. Chocolate is your favorite one, isn't it? Chocolate, French fries or the chips. All kinds of sweets. All kinds of puddings. This is called puddings. Pastries. This is called pastries. Pastries. Next, mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is a kind of cream that we apply in the bread and eat. Okay. Next, butter. Butter. Okay. Next, all kinds of soft drinks. Everything. All kinds of soft drinks. Soft drinks. Oily food, the foods that is being made with the oil, too much of oil. All kinds of cakes, creams. Okay, next your favorite one, jam. Jam has too much sugar in it. And the evening snacks, pani puri, even that is also made using oil. The pakodas, the oily food which has been made in oil. Mixture, we like to eat mixture, isn't it? So all these food items comes under the small group that is called oil sugar group. This food item has excess amount of oil, sugar and salt, which is not at all good for health. So children, do listen to me. The food item from this group is not at all good for health because they are high content in oil, sugar and salt. Now what happens if we eat the food from this group? Often the oil, the sugar, they doesn't absorb in the body, but they gets collected in our body. They doesn't absorb, they gets collected, leading to chronic diseases such as pressure, sugar, even some are risk of heart problems and all. Eating too much food from this group leads to different kinds of diseases. Not only this, eating junk food also. All kinds of junk foods, you know, chips, all kinds of chips, chocolates, candies, ice creams, everything comes under junk foods. If we eat all those kinds of junk food, what happens? They get collected in our body and leads to various kinds of different diseases. Our body will become unhealthy, even our body will become very heavy. That means will become fat. Okay kids, so eating food items from oil sugar group often is not at all good for health. That's why in our school we insist to eat only fruits, vegetables, all the healthy items. Okay children, so do keep it in the mind that don't eat food items from the oil sugar group. Okay, did you understand now? Good. Okay, next we are going to complete the oil sugar group. I am going to complete it first in my giant food pyramid. Okay, so I am going to stick it here. This is oil sugar group. Okay, this group belongs to the oil sugar group. So what comes in the oil sugar group, I am going to show you before sticking, comes muffin. Muffin is a kind of cupcake, isn't it? This is a cupcake. So eating too much of cupcake is also not good for health. Ice creams. You like ice cream, I know that. But that isn't healthy. Okay. It's not healthy. candies. Yours favorite candies, different kinds of candies, jellies. Okay. So even that too is also not good for health. Candies. Okay. Next, your all-time favorite, lollipop. Lollipop is also not good for the health. So here goes. So I have completed my oil sugar group in my giant pyramid. Okay. Now it's your turn to take out your food pyramid from the takeaway cover and stick it in the food pyramid. Now I am going to take my food pyramid from the cover, and here on the top I have mentioned oil sugar group. So parent, do write oil sugar group and provide them with some pictures. So I am going to stick the pictures of chips or the french fries. So I am going to stick it. Even that is also a junk food. Next, I am going to stick the picture of samosa. Samosa is very tasty. It gives us, eating junk food, eating the food from this group gives us energy, but that is unhealthy. Okay. So we like to eat all these kinds of snacks oftenly, but this is really unhealthy. So I had finished my oil sugar group. So kids, I want you to complete your oil sugar group. Once you finish all groups from the food pyramid, your food pyramid takeaway is all done. Now what you have to do after completing this food pyramid, stick this in your room so that you may see this chart again and again, and that will say you that you should not eat too much oil sugar group food, and you have to take maximum amount of the food from the grain group. Okay children, so do complete your food pyramid, take a picture of it and send it in the group. Until I meet you in the next new day, it's your auntie saying bye and take care.